morning, everyone. We are back to work on the house, on the Barndominium. Yesterday we set our rotary laser up out here and we found which pier was the highest, and then we measured each bracket off of that. The highest one was our ground zero, and then we measured the rest, and for each one we marked on it how much we needed to add. So this was plus 3/16. That means that post we needed to add 3/16 to the height of it to make it level with the ground zero post. Now we went through, we marked each one, we numbered each one so that we know what's what. Then we put the number on the bottom of the post to coincide with each bracket. I've cut them to it's kind of hard to explain. I'll show you in a minute. So each post has a number on the bottom to correspond with where it goes out there. And then I don't know that I can show it because I think they're buried. But, okay, so this post here is an end wall post. So this center section comes out because for the end walls, it will need a longer so that it will go up and reach the truss. So we're just gonna leave that in there for now because I don't know the height that that center one needs to be until the trusses are up. But here's one for the front and back walls. We took out the center notch, we cut it to the height of where the truss will sit. So the truss will sit on the center 2x6 in between those ears, and then it will get nailed and bolted into place. You got it backwards. I need these lines on the outside. Sorry. What's the matter? Got to turn it around. I need the lines on the outside.
Push down on that.
Brought that hammer in case you need to nudge it.
Yeah, we need the hammer. Does it twist at all? No. It's standing all on its own.
You have a mini panic attack there?
Whoop. Okay, watch out. Man, that sun is right in my eyeballs. Holy shit, that's bright. To me, Osh. Keep coming. Stop. Nope, a little more. Stop. Put a screw in it. We should have waited till nighttime to do this. That sun is so bright looking up.
Feel good?
Yeah.
So we're waiting until 6 to do this.
Do what, Osh?
I said, so we're waiting until 6 to do this? I'm good with that.
No. on my string.
Stand on the outside. You're not looking up into the sky. Or into the sun, I mean.
Okay, so once we put that first corner post up, I realized I had forgotten to do a couple of things, which happens when you've never done this before. So let me show you what I forgot to do. So on these posts, these are where the trusses will sit, like I was saying earlier. So these got cut off to the length of where we wanted the top of the post. Now the other ones, like this one, because it has to get a longer 2x6 in the middle of it, I didn't even think about it and I didn't cut them to length. Also the corner post I didn't cut to length. And then on the corner post, so if this was a corner post, what I need to do is nail on a 2x6 right here up to my bottom line, which is where my truss, the bottom of my truss is. So I need to nail a 2x6 on the face, because the outside trusses will sit on top of this 2x6 here. It won't go in the middle, it will nail to the outside. So I need a 2x6 here to hold it up. So I hope that made sense. I'm doing the best I can, but you know, you forget things when you've never done it before. I'm doing all of this based on a video series that I've been watching from a company that builds these, and I have just watched all of their videos and I've sort of put it all together in my head on what I need to do, how I need to do it. And so if I forget something, it is what it is. But it feels good to be putting the posts up. All right, now roll it.
Which way are you gonna roll?
That way. Tight leg. Okay, we're back from break and we've got 20 minutes to see how many of these posts we can get up, because then I need to shower and get ready for a doctor's appointment. So I'm gonna set you guys up over here on a time lapse and we're gonna try to go to town and get them all up. Well, this is the last post with 2 minutes to go. Here, hold this so I can grab the hammer.
My screw ain't screwed up that string, is it? Toward Mom. The other way. Oh, right there, don't move. Yay, we have the posts up.
Hey, it's better than not have anything up.
Now if we just put house wrap and then put something over the top.
We have 18 posts up. And no, they're not sitting level this way. That will happen when we put the girts across there. Now, if you guys have been watching the series and you watched the last video on the build, you will know that I couldn't get the brackets exactly centered and all that. So my 8 foot center to center is not 8 foot center to center. So what we did this morning, Eddie and I went around and we measured from center to center, center to center on each bracket. So like from here to center of that one, we measured it, and actually we wrote it down over there, but from this one, from the outside, 1.5 inches to the outside, all the way here to the center of this one, we measured it, because instead of it being 7 foot 10.5 like it's supposed to be, it's actually going to be 7 foot 11 5/8. Actually, it should have ended up at 8 feet, because from the outside of the bracket to the center of this bracket should have been 7 foot 10.5. Plus you add a 2x4 on the end, which should have made it 8 feet exactly. But it's 7 foot 11 5/8. But what we did was we went around, so then we measured from this center of this bracket to center of that bracket, and we wrote the measurements on every post, because we cannot change center of the post where the bracket is, which means we need to make sure that each girt from here to there is the same measurement as the bottom from here to there. So I hope that made sense. It's, you know, what we need to do to fix the fact that my brackets did not come out perfectly where they were supposed to be. So on girts that are longer than 8 feet, like if it came out 8 1/8 or 8 1/4, then we will just take that girt and move it over off the center line by that extra, whether it's 1/8 or 1/4. We'll just move it off the center line going that way by that much, because obviously you can't stretch an 8-footer to be 8 1/8 or 8 1/4. So we'll have to cut some of the girts, but we shouldn't have to cut very many. Like I said, we should just be able to move it off the center line to make it line up. Man, it's hot out here. But got all the posts up. Next step will be putting in all of the through bolts and then putting the girts on.